Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And yes, guys, we're still doing our huge 2000 XRP giveaway. And if you want to enter, all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. It is that simple, and if we don't hit the like requirement, we're giving it away at the end of the month. So it's a win-win, guys. Enter and you'll be rewarded. Having said that, let's get into the first video of today, as there's of course multiple coming, as news keeps coming in as the day progresses, and I want to always update you guys with whatever is important to note. First, trader who called crypto reversal says Bitcoin shakeout prophecy will come true as Ethereum and XRP unwind. Now, to me, that was a very interesting title, very intriguing to say the least. And it talks about credible crypto, though, which is where I was like, meh. It has 65,000 followers, but credible, it's just, just another Twitterari, so to speak, who talks about crypto. It's not really a analyst from that perspective. I was like, yeah, it's not that important in my opinion. So all the credibility was kind of lost when I saw the name, and I of course don't attach too much value to these Twitter analysts anyway. But the idea is the bloodshed on alts is just there to distract you from longing the most perfect HTF as an R3 test I have ever seen. Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? Of course, Eminem. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that song. And the picture right there. So all I can say, guys, is there's some legitimacy to this one right here. He took his time to, I guess, credit on that one once more. It was a pretty obvious one. In the end, though, it's always a little bit of a bet, right? Here, it looks like the TA was like perfect, where it's like, okay, so this is the most obvious trade to make. In the end, though, you never really know still, right? We can still go exactly the opposite way. And maybe he posted 50 of them and 2 are correct, if you guys get me, or he posted 20 of which one was correct in this time. I don't know what to say about that one. So that's where I'm like, let's just keep a lookout on this one. He had one correct right now, and it's pretty cool to see. Trader who called crypto reversal says Bitcoin shakeout prophecy will come true as Ethereum and XRP unwind. It could be, though. It could be. Ripple aims to monitor the XRP ledger for compliance with US regulations. Now, this is something we actually talked about yesterday, which is basically that Ripple has hired somebody now to look at all these only AML types of situations, and all the DDoSing and all those things. No, not DDoSing also. It's like the little small attacks that they do. Just a lot of those things is what this guy should be looking out for. At first, we were like, what? Is David Schwartz not capable enough? We were like, no, it's just they want somebody to supervise all this stuff. And I just did a little bit of a wrong rebranding or a wrong branding yesterday, where I said that he's a supervisor for security. But basically, to just showcase what he really does, is he is making sure that everything that Ripple has and works with follows regulations and follows the guidelines and is really set in stone for further adoption and for further frameworks that might be built, like a regulatory framework for crypto. I think that's really what he's working on right now, and that might say something about what Ripple has discussed. Very often we discuss about Brett Garlinghouse and Chris Larson having very many meetings with regulators and such. However, no framework has come out, yet they've talked with like 20 of them over the last 3 years, if not more. So they must know some more with what they're up to as well, right? You would think. And in my opinion, this might be hinting a little bit more towards that as well, where they're like, okay, so now it's coming close. We need to start working, and we need to spend some money on making sure that Ripple is set in stone on the regulatory department. So maybe that's why they've done that right now. I don't know, though. Of course, Ripple has had open positions for a very long time, and maybe this is just one that they had to fill regardless of the situation. Who knows? Who can tell? Peter Schiff says, I was wrong about Bitcoin. The gold bug still thinks Bitcoin's dropped to 10K indicates a bear market. He, who has often spoken out against Bitcoin, may be admitting that there's at least some flaw in his predictions after acknowledging the coin did not collapse as gold rose to a new all-time high last month. In a Twitter exchange, Tyler Winklevoss, 6th of September, Schiff traded words with the Gemini co-founder regarding Bitcoin's rise to a yearly high of more than $12,000 on August 17th. And its dip under $10,000 just last week. While Winklevoss predicted the digital assets baseline for all further dips would be 10K, Schiff was decidedly more bearish, stating Bitcoin would be consolidating before a crash. The more the 10K support level is tested, the weaker it gets, said Schiff. Markets rarely give investors that many chances to buy the bottom. By falling back to 10K, Bitcoin quickly returned to a bear market. Well, who knows, guys? We can only wait and tell. It's not like I can smell it from the air or something like that. So all we can do, guys, is wait for it. It's interesting as though to see their opinions on these situations. At least that's what I find. DeFi's raw deal. Sushi Swap creator transfers multi-sig control to FTX CEO. And by the way, there's a mosquito here just rolling round and rolling round on my ass, and I don't like it. He just keeps coming back and back and back. And it's very freaking annoying, guys. What do you do about this one? When you're recording, everything becomes a little bit more difficult because it's hard to find and to beat him. Do you guys always, destroy them, or do you let them live inside your house? If you find a mosquito, do you always try to do your best to hunt them down, or are you like, they're a part of this world as well? I'm gonna let them take a little bit of a sip of my blood. What do you guys think about that one? Crypto Graffiti just posted on Twitter, why or who would have thought sushi goes bad after a week? And that basically goes to the saying that sushi, who was doing so ridiculously well, kind of switched over a little bit, and Sushi Swap here is what they're talking about here. Yada, yada, yada. And the whole situation surrounding all of this is that there has been a lot of talk about DeFi being a quick money grab, but there's also been a lot of talk of these developers and the big guys just doing it for the money. After a number of individuals from the crypto community accused the anonymous developer Chef Nomi of exit scamming, the developer transferred the project over to Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of trading platform FTX. So the multi-sig is the multi-signature needed to kind of access all things. Here, Chef Nomi was accused because he withdrew $30 million from Sushi Swap protocol and cashed it out for Ethereum. Whenever that happens, people are like, "Oh, yeah, let's not go for it." And he switched over his multi-sig, yada, yada, yada. He's been doxxed before I could reveal it. Chef Nomi, I ask you to do the right thing. Put the treasury in a multi-signature with trustworthy designers. I will lead the project from here and make it a success. Which basically is that somebody just asked him to take over the project, right? And the founder did. And I think the project is worthless right now because the founder quit and grabbed his money. So it was really just a money grab. And I don't trust DeFi anyway in that sense. I don't think it's safe at all. I just think that it's good to get some money, and you can really grab a couple of times a good deal. But yeah, tax payment in Bitcoin and Ethereum will soon be accepted in Zug, Switzerland. This one just shows here how crypto is still progressing at a really, really massive rate. Because think about this one, guys. A couple of years ago, people thought that crypto, and specifically Bitcoin and just all other currencies actually, would never really work themselves into the real world. And look at that. Soon enough, it's going to be a tax thing. You can freaking pay tax with Bitcoin? For real? So eventually XRP and stuff are going to be added there as well. That's always just a little bit of a time thing. I mean, for Bitcoin and for Ethereum, the regulatory framework is a lot better, and this is a lot easier to do. But the crypto tax payment option, which is open to both individuals and companies, will see taxpayers pay taxes to the tune of 100,000 Swiss franc. And that's basically that. Pretty damn cool, guys, in my opinion. Russia aims to ban Bitcoin miners from earning Bitcoin. The Finance Ministry of Russia has submitted new amendments to its crypto law that could make Bitcoin mining meaningless. Russia's finance ministry reportedly proposed to bar miners from receiving crypto rewards. The corresponding amendments amends the law were submitted for interdepartmental approval. By the way, guys, not a native English speaker. I try my best though. And if they come into force, this would result in a total ban on the circulation of crypto in Russia, experts argued. So basically, just if they go on with all these rules that they're making here, people can't really utilize crypto anymore there, and it could be that you won't be able to get profit of a mining. And that just has shown me once more that our space is a little bit more fragile, where it's not like Bitcoin just can't be banned all over the world. I mean, people will still mine, but then all of a sudden you can't have a mining company anymore in that country, and you'll most likely have to move to something like Monaco or something like that, where they'll most likely never switch it off, or maybe like Vaticanstadt. I don't know where you should be able to switch to from a basis point. It's not like where your office really is. It's just where your office is really based out of. What I'm talking about here, where your profits are sort of generated on paper, right? It could be in a different country, which won't ban it. I mean, there will always be a couple of countries who are not going to be doing it because they don't want to go with the flow, and they don't trust China and US. Maybe they don't listen to those rules, or to Russia. However, it might be that a lot of the easy power, which is coming from China, might also be banned in such a big surge, even though now with the big Cold War that's going on in trading and just between the US and China, I don't think that's happening though. But again, it's all a guess still. And what is the bottom for Bitcoin's crash? When should you buy Bitcoin? Should it be now? Well, I can't tell, right? Honestly speaking, guys, these videos are not financial advice, and I'm just a random guy like you guys are. We can do TA, we can literally check it all out and do it that way, but I don't know if it really works. I'm still debating, even though I know it is profitable, right? I know you'll be right most of the time. I don't know if it's profitable to show in these videos. I think it's more so profitable to showcase to you guys either really how to do it and really what I would do if I were in your position to I guess let you learn something from it. But just show, oh, by the way, it's a spider I see here. Okay, it's just going everywhere right now. Pretty annoying. It's a spider. But I'm quite convinced that it's not that helpful to just quickly show you guys what I think is going to happen, then move on. Because what are you going to learn from that? There's still a small chance it's going to be working, and the fundamentals, which it is based upon, you won't really understand. So I don't see the purpose. But maybe I'm going to be thinking about it. I'll let you guys know what the result is. Maybe I'm going to be doing it from today on forward. I'll see. But guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you guys again in another one.